So this is it. This is an end of an era for you guys. What a ride it was. This last chapter brings us so many questions, but also a lot of answers. Like no matter what, we will be there for you. So Jurassic World is like a family, a feeling for so many people around the world. But what it means for you? What is it for you?
Wow, it is many things. Jurassic World for us, I think, well, for me, I can say, is been an incredible opportunity. It's been an incredible blessing, both for me personally, for my family, for my career, all of it. It's meant so much. And Jurassic Park just has meant so much to me as just a fan. I've absolutely loved every film that's come out under that Jurassic Park in the Jurassic Park franchise, and then for those two things to converge on this film, having the legacy cast come back, wrapping up their stories 30 years later, and our stories wrapping up at the same time, it's really just been a treat. And if only everyone could be as lucky as to have a job so fulfilling.
Your character is charming as always. Do you think this is something that you bring personally to the character, or they choose you to do a charming character?
Well, the character was sort of beautifully written by Michael Crichton in that book many years ago, and then Steven Spielberg had an idea about how to, bring that character to life, and I tried to not mess it up. And bring something, and I do have an idea or two that occurs to me, and on this one sometimes it's just like a little thing like a watch. But I got this watch before I showed up on the set. I said, I think I should have something a little bit like that first 30 years ago, this black watch I think I had. So we went and had this made, and it's got my initials on it. I am Ian Malcolm.
Wow.
Yeah, and then it's got that logo that I think Ian Malcolm might have had in the watch, because, the events of Jurassic Park.
No way.
Isn't that something? And so I bought it, and we used it in the movie. They liked it. And now I have it. What do you think about that?
Your character has a huge responsibility. Mm-hmm. He wants to change his destiny.
Yeah.
He decides to be in the right place. Yeah. So it made me think how much is important to learn how to say no. To be your own boss.
I think it's one of the most important things, not to parallel, but to take control of your own destiny and say, you know what, I understand, like, this can come with so many other things that are, potentially beneficial to me in the short term, but sometimes you have to say no for your greater good, or like a self-interest for yourself or for others. It's one of the most important things you need to learn as a young person, I think. Just like, no, that's not going to be right for me.
Your character has a huge responsibility. She's someone that wants to change her destiny, to be in the right place.
Yes.
And it made me think how much is important to learn how to say no, to be your own boss. Mm-hmm, what do you think about this?
I spent a lot of time, I haven't talked about this, I spent a lot of time just thinking about what it means for a woman like her to be there in that space by herself. That's unto and of itself, that's a huge statement to be like, oh, there's this woman, she's American, she's not an American place, she's chosen clearly, deliberately to live a very nomadic life. As someone who, I love to travel, I'm the kind of person who can eat a 7-course meal by herself in a restaurant anywhere in the world and be perfectly content and happy. I think there's just something innately empowering about that, and seeing someone who is like, both on one hand, I am good with me, I am happy with what I have can fit in a backpack or in the ridiculous pockets of this jacket that we've constructed, which is my favorite thing ever, so many pockets.
Thanks for bringing us so many memories from, everything about Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. But how did you choose which iconic scenes to put inside Dominion?
We just have to follow our instincts of what we feel would be thrilling or exciting or emotional or whatever we're trying to achieve in that moment. And, we've been doing this for 8 years now, Chris and Bryce and I specifically. And so we all had things that we wanted to see and we wanted to feel. And so a lot of times it's asking the other actors, asking my children, asking other kids, just like, what do you want to see? And, hopefully it feels like that.